Have you ever watched a YouTube video where a non-Korean girl speaks Korean beautifully and you wondered yourself, how on earth has she learned it? I also want that. You would love to learn Korean like that, but you don't know where to start. Don't worry, in this video I will teach you how to learn Korean step by step, and I assure you that if you follow all my tips, you will learn Korean much sooner than you think. Korean isn't a difficult language, I must say, if we compare it to Japanese or Chinese. Present simple, present perfect continuous, future simple, future continuous, past perfect, past continuous. No, you just have present, past and future. Then you can add grammatical structures to add nuances, but it's not a big deal. If you think Korean is difficult or it's only for intelligent people, this video will change your mindset. And the best of this video is that everything is free and you can search it on the internet. So without much further ado, let's start. When I first started learning Korean, I just had one notebook and one device, and actually that's enough. You don't really need much things because most of the things we'll use in this video and for the explanation are free and you can find it on the internet, as I just mentioned. So when you get a beautiful notebook and a device, you should start by searching Coursera on internet. Coursera is an online platform that provides courses about everything and it's free. But if you want to get a certificate, you must pay, but it's not necessary. Okay, so now you should search First Step Korean by Yonsei University. This course, as its name says, is provided by Yonsei University, that is one of the most prestigious universities in the whole country. So it's such a privilege and an honor to be able to take part of this course. Okay, so now you can start learning the basics, that are Hangul, the Korean alphabet, pronunciation and sounds. Thanks to this course, I learned how to pronounce and write Hangul, so it's really a useful tool. If you also speak Spanish, there is another course that I highly recommend that is in YouTube that is called Hablo Coreano. You can search it and you will find a list of videos that is the course itself, and it's really useful. Questions are really great, and the teacher has studied in the University of Pennsylvania, one of the Ivy League. Every YouTube channel or resource I will be talking about in this video is gonna be linked in the description box, so don't forget to check it out. But before rushing to every link, I recommend you to watch the entire video and write all the steps in your notebook. That way you won't need to come to this video over and over again. Once you have finished the Coursera course or the YouTube one, I have made an exam for you to test what you have learned. If you have completed it successfully and have done every exercise well, then you are prepared to go on with this learning journey. So in this step, you already know how to pronounce, write and understand Hangul, right? For you to practice, I have made a document with a really long text in Korean so you can practice your reading skills. Obviously, you won't understand anything, but don't worry. These texts are just meant for you to practice reading skills instead of reading only words and simple sentences. Okay, so now it's time for you to start learning the basics that are pronouns, verbs, and simple vocabulary. I'm thinking of creating and posting a series of videos where I explain absolutely all the basics, so you don't need to look for each resource separately. If you would like to see that in the channel, then let me know in the comments. But from now, in this video, I will share with you the best resources I found. After learning Hangul, you will need to learn the Korean structure of the sentences because it's completely different than English. I've provided you some links of other YouTubers that explain them very well, so maybe you can check it out. To sum it up, Korean order is like this: subject, object, and verb. For example, I'm an alien. I, alien, am. I'm not an alien. I, alien, am not. But before creating sentences, you should at least learn some components of it, right? That's what we'll do next, learning pronouns. I put learning the structure first than learning the pronouns, for example, because I want your brain to switch to Korean instead of thinking in English, but you don't need to worry about the structure at the moment. In Korean, there are the following pronouns, but have in mind that the most used are I, you, and we. Koreans really don't use much she, he, it, or you for plural, or they. Just say the name of the person they are referring to. I and you have two options because they have two different words for their different levels of formality. Once pronouns are learned, we'll go on with some useful vocabulary. I have created a Anki deck for you to use that contains all the basics words in Korean. It's better to learn vocabulary using flashcards instead of watching a video. So remember to check it out. Anki is an application that uses the spaced repetition technique to teach you vocabulary that you may forget in the following days. So your brain relearns and refreshes that words so you don't forget it. Once you have learned vocabulary, you should go on with verbs. Also create a Anki deck with all the verbs you should know, like eat, sleep, go, come, I don't know, a lot. Have in mind that all of them ends with ta. It doesn't have sense if you know how to say to eat but you do not know how to say I eat. That's why now we'll focus on the verb conjugation. I know many great YouTube videos you can watch so you can learn the conjugation, so I will put them in the description. What's good about Korean is that you don't need to conjugate the verb depending on the subject. For example, in Spanish or in English itself, you have to put an S in the present simple or when you're talking about a girl, like he eats, she eats, or it eats. But in Korean, it's enough with just one conjugation. While above I've created, you can find the conjugation of the most useful 50 Korean verbs. Okay, so good luck with the present simple. The next topic we'll talk about are particles. Particles are Korean structures that don't exist in English and they attach to the noun or a pronoun to add a different meaning. For example, there exists main topic particles or object particles or subject particles. The main topic particles are 는 and 은, and you attach it to clarify what is the main thing or the main topic that sentence is talking about. For example, apples are red. 사과는 밝게요. Are subject particles that clarify who is the subject of that sentence. It has similar meaning to the main topic particles, but they have a different nuance. First, it's difficult to differentiate between the two particles because they are very similar. But I will give you some excellent videos that you can use and watch to learn them. I recommend you to not to focus much on the differences between these two particles because they are really similar. You must learn them, yeah, but you don't need to know exactly which one to use in every specific scenario. I assure you that in the future you will acquire that Korean superpower to know which particle to use in every context. So don't worry if you don't understand the difference clearly, neither I do sometimes. What's important is that you know that these two particles exist and you can understand the meaning when you see them in any sentence. There are also object particles that clarifies which thing is suffering from the action that the that the subject is doing. For example, I eat vegetables. 저는 채소를 먹어요. You can also learn possessive articles. These are really easy. You just need to attach 의 next to the owner of that thing. But keep in mind that in Korean, when you say my, you cannot say 저의. You change it to 채. Or if you are using informal pronouns, you can say 나의. You say 네. And when you say you, it's not 너의, it's 네 also, but with the other 이. And when you say you informal, it's 당신의. For example, Nina's brother, 니나의 동생. Okay, now are numbers. In Korean, there are two systems of numbers. The ones that are fully Korean, that are Korean, or the ones that come from the Chinese that are the Sino-Korean. First, native Korean numbers, 하나, 둘, 셋. These are used for countable by hand situations, for counting items, for saying your name, for saying the hour, and they stop at 99. Then the Sino-Korean or the Sino-Korean numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. They are used for minutes and seconds, for money, month, and phone numbers, for dates, math, and much large numbers. Okay, so we have done structure, verbs, pronouns, Hangul, vocabulary, tenses. You already know the basics. With all this knowledge, I would say you have a very great level in Korean. Congrats! With all this level, all you can do is go further, trust me. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Now let's do a dynamic. You have to write in the comments, I'm learning Korean, and every time someone likes your comment, you will remember to study Korean. If you would like to see more Korean related content, you just need to tell me. See you in the next video. Bye!